What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Stazima here, back again with another Halo Reach commentary. Going straight into these title update changes. I know you guys have probably heard this a million times already, so I'm just going to blow right through this. Title update changes. Biggest thing is the bloom they fixed. They made the sword block so that you can't block it unless you have a sword in your hands. They added bleed through, which means that you can beat down someone when they have their shields up, and the damage will bleed through to their health, which did not happen before. And they also had some armor lock and some camo tweaks. Mainly with the armor lock, if you get stuck in armor lock, you're still gonna die. So basically, in these playlists, the new title update beta playlist, which I'm really enjoying, has two different types of game types, which is 0% bloom, and then they have one with 85% of normal bloom. Now in this gameplay, as you can tell probably already, this is an 85% of normal bloom gameplay. You know, the title of the commentary is Halo Reach 2.0, Halo Reach Reborn. I like to think about it. It's really appropriate because this gameplay is really, it's not the best gameplay in the world. I don't have the most kills. It is one of the first games I played in this playlist, but it has a lot of teamwork in it. Me and my teammates, we get a lot of assists. We really work together, which is what Halo is all about, really. Now, what I was saying about before, this is Halo Reach 2.0. This is Halo Reach, the final release of Halo Reach. Let's say that the alpha version I played in May 2010, and then that following September 2010, Halo Reach came out. That was the beta, and then we had a year-long beta period. Now in 2011, we're finally getting the final release version of Halo Reach via a title update, and this is amazing in my opinion. This title update, it makes the game so much less frustrating. It takes a lot more skill, and now when I die, I'm not saying the bloom killed me. I'm saying that I should have done better. That was my fault. My aim was bad, which is the way it should be. It should be based on my aim and not on the fact that my reticle is the size of the Empire State Building. Now, it also is a lot faster paced, which I think is a really great thing. I'm noticing the Slayer matches are a lot faster. Slayer matches are only like 5 to 6 minutes, whereas in Halo Reach pre-title update, they were sometimes 8 to 9 minutes long for a Slayer match, which is really, really long. So I really think that the fast pace will help bring a lot of people who kind of left the game back into the game, which I think is a great thing. So if you left Halo Reach at least, I encourage you to come back and play a little bit because it is a lot faster paced, and I think you really would enjoy it. Now, personally, I prefer the 85% bloom to the 0% bloom because the 85% is a nice balance between skill and kind of like casual kind of game. You know, hey, Zero Bloom, it's really good for MLG and it makes the game really competitive, but it also really speeds up the game and it really doesn't give you a chance to really. It takes a lot of teamwork to use 0% Bloom is what I'm trying to say. And basically, if I'm just trying to casually play Halo by myself, I really don't want to have to deal with that. So I do prefer the 85% Bloom for now. If I'm playing MLG, I definitely prefer the 0% Bloom. Now the melee bleed through is something I really like. If I didn't explain that earlier, basically if someone has half shields and I beat them down now, it's gonna kill them instead of just popping out their shields like it was in pre-title update. Now this makes the Zero Bloom pistol a 4-shot kill, whereas before it was a 5-shot kill. And it is although that might sound a little cheap, it is really hard to control. It does have a lot of recoil to it, so it's not too overpowered. I definitely don't think it's overpowered. Now, I'm not used to the melee bleed at all because it's second nature to me that there's no melee bleed in Halo Reach. Whenever I see someone, I think to myself in my head, I'm not gonna melee this person because they're just gonna pop out their shields. But that's not the case anymore, and I really have to get used to that. So I really haven't really taken full advantage of the melee bleed because it's just second nature to me to just not beat someone down when that happens. I kind of have to revert myself back to the way it was in Halo 3, which is definitely going to take a lot of getting used to because, like I said before, it's just second nature to me. Now, I really think that this is a true sequel in the Halo series now. I really think that it can reclaim its rightful spot among Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3. Whereas before, Halo Reach kind of stood out as the outsider, as the least popular of the series, and as the kind of the worst multiplayer of the series comparatively in popularity and skill wise. At least that's the way it was for most people. Although you may agree that's kind of the general conclusion reached by the community. Now that this title update comes out, I really think that Halo Reach can take its rightful spot among the community. I really think that it's a great addition to the title. I really think that this game has a lot more skill. Although the game definitely is not its predecessors, whereas Halo 1, 2, and 3 were all very similar to each other, Halo Reach is still a very, very different game from other games, which is a good thing. It's a thing that the developers do to switch up the game. They switch up the engine completely, change the gameplay, add these armor abilities and stuff like that. That's fine because it's a new game in the series. You don't want to just cookie cut, copy paste the game from before. But now that they have this added layer of skill to the game and they make it more skillful and they really cleaned up the multiplayer experience, I really think that Halo Reach can take its rightful spot on the shelf along with Halo 1, 2, and 3 as a true sequel, or rather as a true prequel, I guess you could say, to the Halo series. So really bravo to 343 Industries for really bringing back Halo to what it needs to be. So guys, thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, tell me what you guys think about the title update so far, and tell me if you love it or tell me if you hate it. Guys? So guys, in conclusion, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.